Everyone, welcome to another episode of Baphomet Bible. And this is episode number 76. And we have entitled this video, Whoever Receives the Mark of the Beast. Now, there is Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And I'm sure if you start researching it and going on YouTube, you're going to start hearing that it's the mark of the beast. And if you buy it, you're going to go to hell and you're going to burn. So that's a good way of preventing people from investing in this one world currency that unites all people together and cuts out the banks, cuts out the government, cuts out people that are trying to fuck you over and then stab you in the back, put you in a system that is nearly impossible to get ahead. So here's my perspective. I believe that the Bible was written by the Catholic Church along with the book of Revelation. So in order to get people to be divided, to not talk to each other, and to cause dissension between people, you need to put in some rules and regulations. In order to keep your slaves, you need to all have them using the same currency. You control them by the money. You don't want people all using money between themselves. You want them using your money. If you're the guy in the government or the one that is controlling, if you're the puppet master, you want people using your money. You don't want them using their own shit. And that's exactly what Bitcoin is. It's our own shit, man. It's my shit. So in order to prevent people from doing that, you put in the rules and regulations that whoever receives the mark of the beast and the number of his name, and you must worship the beast, you're going to be tormented with everlasting fire and destruction. Well, here's my perspective. If you actually go against that, and you take that for what it says, and then you realize that there's churches on every corner, and there is a control and a manipulation that is going on to keep people distracted and then prevent them from seeing the opportunity when it arises. We have a new blockchain technology. And this is able to cut out all the banks, to cut out different governments, and where people are able to exchange between each other, and we're not fucked over anymore. It's because we've been getting fucked over. That's why this shit was created. But it was inevitable. This technology was always there. Just like it was always there being able to fly in a plane. Or the internet was always there, but people didn't realize it. Well, guess what? Blockchain technology was always there. So how do you prevent people from going off into the wilderness and doing their own thing? And if you're the king and you want to rule over these people, how do you keep your fucking slaves? You need them using your fucking money. So in order to keep them using your fucking money, you need to put fear into their minds and then dependence upon you. They need to be depending on you constantly, like a little baby sucking on a teat of a nipple. Sucking on a little fucking baby bottle, not being able to fend for itself, depending upon the pimp. The whore needs the pimp in order to pay her wages and to keep her alive. So I need to be able to fend for myself and to be independent and self-sufficient. So how do I do this? Because every way that I do it, well, then that would be against the system. And then I would be going against the shit that I was taught from a young age. Because I've been taught since I was a child how to be how to be a factory worker, let's say. So when you're taught how to be a factory worker your whole life, being indoctrinated as a child, you grow up and you have this mindset where you're not able to depend upon yourself and you need other people in order to instruct you, tell you what's right, tell you what's wrong, and then this fucks you up in the head where you can't make any decisions anymore. And when you're going to church and you're constantly depending upon somebody else to take care of you and to lead you through the murk and the mire, well, then you're not depending upon yourself, and then it's easy for people to come by and to give you misinformation and to instruct you the wrong way, and then before you know it, someone's controlling you like a puppet, leveraging you and sucking you for your resources, utilizing the energy that is coming off of you and paying you fucking table scraps, nothing. So I believe that the Bible was written in a way to keep people in poverty, because the people that are writing it need to make sure that they keep these slaves in order. So we need to keep all our bases covered. We don't want people using their own money. We want to tell them that it's blessed to be poor. We want them to be like the woman that came before Jesus and she threw herself before him. And she's like, oh, Jesus. And then he's just ignoring her. And he's like, it's not fit to give what is worthy or holy onto the dogs. And he's talking to the woman. And he's saying that she's a dog. It's like, you fucking dog. You're a Gentile. And she's like, even the dogs take the table scraps from their master's table. And he's like, blessed are you. You have great faith. So it's good to desire the table scraps and the just fucking bullshit and nothing, and just enough to get by. You should be content and satisfied and not depend upon yourself, because it's not good to have faith in yourself, but you need to externalize your power and believe in someone else. So it's actually draining you of your energy and puts limiting beliefs in your head so you're unable to overcome anything in life. So let's say I am right. In cryptocurrency, you can invest in any of these companies and your investments are going to blow up and you're going to get filthy fucking rich. If you just hold on to it. Well, people along the way are going to try to convince you to sell it, to get rid of it. We need to get the Bitcoin out of people's pockets and then give them something in exchange. Just like when Columbus came over here and the Indians had all these precious jewels, and then they were selling the Indians broken glass and fucking little pieces of pebbles of bird shit. And the Native Americans were buying it because they didn't know better. So that's what is happening with Bitcoin right now. People are trying to get it out of your hands, just like Christopher Columbus. So Christopher Columbus is going to come by, and he's going to try to get the fucking Bitcoin out of you. But don't sell your Bitcoin for broken glass. It's more worthy. So they're going to give you shit coins and things that don't even matter. But you could profit off of the short term when you buy and sell these shit coins, because a lot of people are buying and selling them. But there are other companies that are going to come up, and it may even surpass Bitcoin. But you need to research it, know who the fuck is in control of these companies, and then maybe call the people on the phone. Make sure that it's not just a scam and this is a real company. And then treat it like a real investment and not just dicking around and wasting your money or just buying into a dream and think, oh, I'm gonna buy a Litecoin and I'm gonna get filthy rich off of it. It ain't gonna happen. You never know. Maybe 10 years from now, one Litecoin will be worth $1 million, and then I'll have my foot in my mouth. And that could possibly happen. Anything is possible. All things are possible. And these coins can go over a roof. They're all going to go over $10,000. And then the whole society is going to flip on its head because the technology is unstoppable. So you either get in now or you get in later and then you're going to be completely useless in this new society because you didn't have the knowledge and the wisdom to actually take the steps when you had to. It's almost like the ground is shaking and is falling apart and you need to jump on that other tablet that's sturdy ground. And if you don't do it right now, you're going to fall to your fucking death. It's going to be too late and you'll be useless in this new technological blockchain society. And only the ones that are enlightened, that know the truth, they're the ones that are going to be like extraterrestrial, fucking superhuman people, fucking filthy rich, and everyone else will be the slaves of society. The unenlightened people that didn't have the knowledge to jump off of that fucking tablet when the ground was falling out before them. And the ones that knew the truth and they had the wisdom, they jumped and they were successfully saved. But then if you read the Bible, it's going to be telling you the mark of the beast, and whoever worships his name and receives the mark in their right hand or in their forehead, well, what if you're left-handed? Can you receive it? And they're going to say, who gives a fuck? Just hold your phone in your left hand. And then you need to worship the beast and bow down to the beast. So is the Bitcoin, the B on the Bitcoin, is that a beast? Is that the beast coin? And in order to be damned, you need to receive the mark in your forehead and in your hand. And be looking at your Bitcoin balance and trading this shit and just have all your concern set upon cryptocurrency. And then when this is the case, would that be considered worshiping the beast? Worshipping the beast in the mark of his name? Well, people could say that it is. It sure looks like it is. And that will prevent people from taking the opportunity. Now, are you a religious man? Do you want the opportunity, or do you want it to pass by? And are people fucking with us? And do the banks want us to buy Bitcoin and then put them out of business? No business is going to want another business rising and then taking all their customers, taking all their fucking slaves away. And wouldn't it be beneficial in order to transact between one person and another where someone's not constantly watching what you're doing? Or having a program where it's completely unidentifiable, where you can communicate to somebody and you don't have all your records stored and someone's constantly watching you? Well, this is a way where we can be anonymous and our fucking information isn't constantly documented. It is encrypted and unable for whoever wants it to attain it. I can keep it on a little flash drive. All my Bitcoins, all my ADA and my block credit Mason protocol, my Stellar, my Ripple. Keep it all on my little flash drive. My E0S, pretty sure that's what it is. I actually sold all my block Mason protocol for EOS the other day because I saw within 2 months, EOS went up from 50 cents to $12. That was the highest EOS went. So let's say you invested $1,000 in EOS, you would be a millionaire within 2 months. Not bad. So that shows that there is potential for these coins to make some big money. You just have to do the research and know who's behind the company. Give these fucking people a call and find out, am I investing in a scam or is this a legitimate business? And then is there plans? Something big is going to happen in 2018. I'm getting rich. I'm investing in the right companies. I'm just waiting for my money to be transferred from my bank to fucking Coinbase. It takes fucking forever. And they're giving me a $100 limit every 7 days on my credit card. And I've been just buying $10 worth every every day and a half or so. Because you wanna get as many of these coins as possible. It's like the market just opened up, and all these fucking coins, you can actually buy full coins. It's gonna come to be a time where all these coins are gonna be like Bitcoin, and you're just gonna get 0.0000123 of a point. So the people that actually listened and they had faith and believed the truth and were in this time period and not distracted and had their mind on some fucking bullshit that's not profitable, and then they're listening to people that are putting them on a path that is heading towards destruction, and they're not going to be utilized, they're not going to be profitable in society at all. Because once technology comes and then all you want to do is just knock on doors and then trying to get people saved and then go to your fucking cult, well then you're going to miss out. You're going to miss out on all the opportunity when it knocks on your door. The fucking opportunity is knocking, it's knocking, and all you have to do is just open up the door and let it in. Just watch one video talking about cryptocurrency and how it's going to change the world. Find out what blockchain technology is. And then once you do, it'll blow your mind. And then you'll look at it differently, and then you'll be all in. But are you going to let limiting beliefs prevent you from doing it? From doing anything? There's so many things that you could be prevented from doing because of limiting beliefs that came in from religion, and then the way that the news and the TV sculpted your reality and then put limitations on the things that you can do. But you have to ask yourself, is that the way that the world really works? I see that it is possible. I see it with my own eyes. It was possible to put fucking $10,000 in EOS on October 31st, on Halloween Day, and you would have been a fucking millionaire by now. If you just knew that, if you were a part of that business, and then you called the people, talked to the CEOs, then you would have knew that this is a good company, would have known exactly what they're doing. The CEO would be like, well, here's what's happening. We're selling coins in the beginning. We're going to raise the fucking price. Everyone's going to jump in. You'll know exactly what's going on because you talked to the guy that's behind the business. And these people are accessible. And how many people actually pick up the phone and call somebody? Have the fucking balls and call somebody on the phone. Don't have your wife do it. You be a man, pick up the phone, and then talk to the person and find out what's going on, who they are, if it's a legitimate company. Because there's a lot of coins that are shit. Companies that are not even real. It's just a fucking website, and it's an idea. And you're going to pour all this money into an idea, and it's never going to manifest. Because they never had a plan in order to manifest it in the first place. So you need to know who you're dealing with. Like, if somebody is the co-creator of Ethereum, and then he's on the board of directors, and they're taking information from this guy, well, he's planning on taking the business to another level. So, I mean, that's obvious. That's the way that I look at it. I mean, I don't want no fucking goofball, some clown running the business. You never know. And even the Joker from Batman, if he was running one of these cryptocurrency companies, he might take it through the roof and then slam it down to 0.1. 1 penny a share the next day. And then it'll become super profitable. Anything is possible. And I just want to encourage anybody that it is possible to make $1 million in this society because we have the internet and because we have blockchain technology. And these new cryptocurrency companies are up and coming and emerging, and now is the time to get in. So when I was going to church, I was hearing that Jesus comes after the tribulation. He doesn't come before the tribulation. There's going to be great tribulation, and there's going to be many people saying that they're Jesus, and they're going to be performing miracles, and then the beast is going to come, and he's going to be claiming to be Jesus, and then many people are going to receive him, and they're going to say, oh, this is the coming of the Messiah. And then they're going to receive the mark in their forehead and in their right hand, and then Jesus is going to come in the clouds, and he's going to say, you're bad fucking beast. And then he's going to take the good people, the ones that believe in him, they're going to meet him halfway in the sky, and then they're going to be here, and then Jesus is going to be there. And then the beast is still going to be on the earth, and then we're going to meet Jesus in the sky, and he's going to take us to heaven. Then we're going to party with him a while. Meanwhile, the beast is still going to be on the earth, and everyone is going to be trading cryptocurrency. And they're going to be like, yeah, a bunch of people just disappeared, and they're in the sky. And then God is going to start pouring out his wrath, like right away, like a half hour after the dead in Christ are going to raise first. So dead bodies are going to raise from the ground. And then they're going to meet Jesus. And then we, which are alive and remain, are going to meet Jesus. And then we're going to hang out with them and look down. And then we're going to go to heaven. He's going to start pouring out his wrath on the fucking earth. So, are you going to invest in cryptocurrency? Or are you going to have your mind caught in a fantasy world? You're going to be caught in Disneyland, and then when opportunity is knocking on your door, you're going to think that, well, I don't want to receive the mark of the beast. Well, let's look at it a completely different way. Maybe this is a way to control people and to make sure that they remain slaves and that they're unable to be independent. You keep them divided. You don't want them talking to each other. Like, you have the story of the Tower of Babel. God's like, yeah, confuse their fucking languages so they don't understand each other. Because I don't want people to be united and then build that fucking tower to heaven. And that's what the cryptocurrency is. It is the tower to heaven. And so whoever wrote that shit does not want people to be united. Well, you could say God wrote it, and God doesn't want people to be united. But isn't that a way to control people? You tell them that, well, that God's the one that told me to circumcise my son and to cut off the flesh of my foreskin. And then you're like, what the fuck is up with this dude? This dude is out of his mind. He's cutting off pieces of his fucking dick. But God's the one that told him to do it. So when God tells you to sacrifice your son upon the top of the mountain, you better take your son and then go up to the top of the mountain and then plunge that fucking knife into him. And thank God that he came and he's a merciful God. He said, Abraham, don't sacrifice your son. Sacrifice that lamb or the goat that's caught up in the fence over there. And then Abraham's like, thank God, I didn't want to sacrifice my son. So then he got the goat and he fucking sacrificed that shit to the Lord. And he offered up the Lord a burnt offering, and that offering was pleasant. And the smell of that burnt flesh of that goat was pleasant to the Lord's nose when he smelt it. So are you going to go along with just being put in a box, stay a slave, someone's controlling you, put you in a fucking system that is nearly impossible to get ahead because you're going to be taxed, and then you're going to have a fucking whore master be treated like a whore and have to go to work for fucking pennies and table scraps. But it's blessed to be poor. And even the dogs eat the table scraps from their master's table. So who the fuck is your master? You have a master? Who's the master? You're not supposed to call anyone master, or anyone father, or anyone lord. So we're just going to confuse you and tell you mixed messages and shit that you need to piece together. And Jesus said this, and Paul said this, and things fucking changed, and there's different dispensations, and who knows what the fuck's going on. Different interpretations, but what do you feel in your heart? And I feel that I'm being fucked with, and there's something that is preventing me from actually making the moves that cause me to inherit the paradise on this earth, because the kingdom of heaven is here. The kingdom of heaven is within me. And where is God? God is in his kingdom. And the kingdom of heaven is within me. It's not without me. It is within me. So that's what I'm investing. I'm investing in BCPT, Block Mason Protocol, ADA, Stellar. I sold all my Block Mason Protocol yesterday for EO8. And it went from 50 cents to $12 within 2 months. So that was an opportunity to get rich. Fucking millionaire status right there from just investing in that one company. And you would have known that if you jumped in at the right time and spoke to these fucking people. You know right off the bat, if you actually call the people, call the company up, you know if they're scamming you. So I got ADA, Stellar, Block Mason Protocol. What other ones do I got? Those are the big ones right there. We have... What is that one? AMB. AMB. That is a site. Ambrosis. It's a fucking eyeball. And then what Ambrosis, what that company is, they make sure that everyone knows what's in their food and what's in their medicine. It makes everything clear. All the information is accessible online. That's a badass company. That's what my values are. I'm investing in that shit. So you gotta just look for the occult signs. Look for the occult symbols. Symbols are something that speaks a language in every language. It doesn't matter if you speak Chinese or English or German. Zig Hai! Everyone speaks the same language. You look at it and then you have memories and you have emotions and ideas from just seeing that fucking image, from seeing that logo. And all these cryptocurrencies have a logo. And the same way that Bitcoin is a universal language, it's a universal money, the same way that images and logos do the same thing. So you gotta look at logos and shit. Like here's a logo. Look for anything that looks like these symbols. And invest in that. That'd be good advice. Because you got the fucking pyramid. We got shit that's on a pyramid. Just follow the path of the truth. And you'll know what to do. All the things are going to start flashing before your mind. The knowledge and the shit that you created, accumulated. You're going to know, you're going to recognize symbols. If you study numerology, astrology, and you're going to pick up on certain things. If you read the Bible, the King James Bible, you're going to know what these companies mean. You're going to know what these companies and these symbols are standing for, and then you're going to have better decisions because it's an unspoken language. It's underneath the radar that many people that don't care, that don't want the truth, that don't want the knowledge, they're not going to be able to speak it. But if you could see past that and then look at those symbols and you know, well, this company is going to be successful because they have this guy. And I go to his Twitter page and we got this being thrown up. And that's an Egyptian symbol. And then you see other occult symbols on the website. So I know that I'm investing in Block Mason Protocol. And it's called Ether Party. EP Fuel. Fuel is going to be a good company. Ether Party. Because of the people that are backing it, the people that are behind it. They're not just going to let these businesses go up to shit. They know what they're doing. And I'm not a financial advisor, so don't come after me. This is not financial advice at all. But I believe that I know a thing or two, and I'm telling you, look at the symbols and look at the hidden message that is lying beneath the radar that is being spoken to you, because you'll know what companies to invest in if you're on a certain level, if you're on a certain vibration, and you can decode it. And a way to do that is to look at the universal symbols that evoke the emotions, and it speaks to you. And it's telling you, well, hey, just relate it to the book of Revelation and the mark of the beast. People do not want you to invest in these companies. They're going to tell you if you do it, then you're going to hell and you're going to burn forever. That is the punishment of investing in Bitcoin, the mark of the beast. You'll be damned. And that is going to prevent people from doing it, because they're going to truly have the limiting beliefs there that are going to prevent them from taking the opportunity when it is knocking at their door. And I regret not getting in cryptocurrency 2 months ago. I would have been fucking rich already. But hey, am I getting rich in 2 months from now? You never know. I could have money in Block Mason Protocol and then it hits $10. Or, see, I'm going to wait for these things to go up to 1,000 and then sell it. Once I make my first million, I'll siphon off about 300,000 and then I'm going to keep the shit going. And then it's going to keep on raising. Because all these currencies and these things are not going away. It is going to stay with you for the rest of your life, and it is just the beginning. Just like the internet didn't just fizzle out and it didn't go away, it became a whole nother fucking beast. A whole nother thing that was unstoppable. So my point is, there's going to be people out there and there's going to be beliefs and shit that people tell you in order to take your fucking Bitcoin, in order to prevent you from in the first place from even getting involved and doing anything. Because if you do, then you're going to hell. So, what do you feel? What the fuck? Because I don't have the answers. And there's no reason why you should listen to me at all. But I feel better when I make a video and how I express these things, because it helps me understand what is really going on. And it helps me understand that I really don't know what the fuck is happening. So I know nothing. Just like Socrates when he's like, he made that famous quote and he goes, I know one thing, that I don't know shit. That's exactly what he said. He said, I don't know shit. But what I do know is that I am on the right track, because there's many people that are just going after entertainment and they're distracted. And that was me. I was distracted and I was on some fucking bullshit in a fantasy world. But then I woke up and I snapped out of it. Now I'm in the real fucking world. Now I can create my own reality. And I'm getting rich. And I will be able to quit my fucking job where I'm enslaved and I do the same routine every day. And God bless the people that I work with and that I look after. God bless them. I love them all. But that's not where I want to be for the rest of my life. I desire to be on a beach in Hawaii on the black sand making videos, and I could talk about cryptocurrency out there. And also make Baphomet Bible videos and preach the fucking truth. And I can preach the truth and tell you, hey, what is truth? I don't even fucking know. And we can all determine, and we can weigh the bad and the good and find out what really is going on. So, don't let anybody fuck with your mind and put limiting beliefs in there that prevent you from taking opportunity when it comes to you. And now is the time to be self-sufficient and independent, and then these investments have to pay off because it's the only way. It's the only way. And if I have the faith, I can move that fucking mountain, and all things are possible, and I see explosive growth in coins that were just 50 cents, and the same thing can happen to me. And when once I get that 100,000, then I can invest more and then grow this shit, and then we'll be in paradise in no time. And you'll come with me, and then you'll be here every step of the way, and I'll help you, and I'll make sure that you get to paradise too, and I could be the leader and the guide, but then don't look at me like I'm any better than you because we're the same fucking person. So, is cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, is Bitcoin the mark of the beast? Well, let's say it is. It's preventing people from investing in it and from doing it. And therefore, they're going to stay poor, and they're going to be in poverty, and they're going to live shitty fucking lives. It's very possible that somebody is manipulating them and fucking with them and just making sure that their slaves stay in line. And that's what I believe that the whole system is. It's to make sure that the slaves stay in line. And don't let people take your fucking Bitcoin from you. And do some research and make sure that you're investing in good companies and not some alternate coins companies that are just going to take your money and fuck you over, that had it planned to just fuck you over in the first place. So, Black Mason Protocol. Masons, there's Masonic calls everywhere. Most of our presidents were Masons. There is one currency, there's one coin that is called Black Mason Protocol. It has the word Mason in it. And I believe it's going to blow up because people, the Masons, if you're for the Masons, you're going to invest in that currency. If you're not for them, you're going to stay away from it. And only the people that have the enlightenment are the ones that are going to benefit from this investment. So that's my advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. Don't fucking listen to me. But take everything you hear with a grain of salt on the internet. Because right now, you don't know if people are giving you fake information or not. But then when the blockchain technology comes out, you'll know exactly who the fuck's telling the truth and who's not, because there's going to be people checking sources, and all the information and the shit that we're learning is going to be dead on point and correct, because that's what the technology is going to bring. Now, you can believe it or not. Who gives a fuck? Part of me doesn't even believe it, but it's happening. And who knows what the future is going to bring. But I am investing in cryptocurrency, in Black Mason Protocol, ADA, Cardano, Stellar, and what other ones? I like Fuel, Ether Party. Ether Party is Fuel because it has the same co-creator of Ethereum. And then he's the director. He's making sure. He's like, I'll tell you exactly how to make this fucking company blow up. I'll show you exactly what to do. And then I'm going to go with that guy because I think his name's Anthony. Anthony knows what the fuck's going on. And I'm all for that dude. I went to his Twitter and then there's that fucking sign. I'm like, yeah, that must be the mark of the beast. So I'm all on. I'm in it. Because I know that somebody was preventing me from making that decision. And I believe it's just people trying to fuck with me and then keep me a slave. That was what the whole purpose was all along. So I'm going to paradise. I'm following the true Moses and the true truth and the true Jesus. And I'm not going to be manipulated and taken advantage of. And even if the coin goes down in value, I'm going to hold on to it because I know it's going to go up. And I believe in that company. And I believe in those symbols and the message that it's sending forth. So that is the cryptocurrency Baphomet Bible video. And there's much good information in that. And then watch my fucking cryptocurrency video. It'll give you some information. But you got to transfer your money from fucking Coinbase to GDAX. and then GDAX pays your fees. What I do is I buy Bitcoin from Coinbase, and then I transfer it to GDAX, and then GDAX pays my fees, and then I transfer it to this broker in China or in Japan or overseas, or I don't know where the fuck it is, but it only takes Bitcoin, and it's called Binance, and then I transfer my money from fucking GDAX, my Bitcoin, to Binance. And then I don't pay a fee because I went through the middleman GDAX. So Coinbase, you transfer your Bitcoin to GDAX, and then from GDAX, you transfer your Bitcoin to Binance. And then on Binance, you can buy all these alternate coins, like Ripple. Ripple just hit number 2. It's doing better than Ethereum. I mean, so supposedly it's higher on the CoinMarketCap chart. So I don't know what the fuck that means. I need to learn some more stuff. But I'm telling you exactly what the fuck is going on. And I'm using, to the best of my knowledge, to communicate and to tell you what the fuck is going on. So this is Baphomet Bible, episode number 76. Whosoever receives the mark of the beast. Thank you for watching.